The reverse park in a car park, or bay park, is achieved, as with any other manoeuvre, using the Cora technique. That's control, observation, and reasonable accuracy. The control is achieved through gentle clutch control. If you've got your clutch at the bite point, you'll be able to make the car move gently backwards, and if your car starts to roll away down the hill, you can push your clutch to the floor and use your brake to control the speed. Don't push your brake if you're still using your bite point. This would probably result in a stall. The observation is achieved by all-round observation. When we're in a car park, people could come from anywhere. If it's a busy superstore, people with shopping trolleys could come at you from literally anywhere, so keep your eyes open. Obviously, if it's a test centre car park, the only other people in the test centre car park should be other learner drivers, but you need to demonstrate full observation as if it was a busy car park. The reasonable accuracy for this manoeuvre is quite simple. Finish inside one of the bays. When you finish the manoeuvre, all four wheels should be within the box. If you're touching a line when you're finished, most examiners will count that as being in. Same rules as tennis. If it's on the line, it's in. But for safety's sake, you're aiming for the middle of the bay. Depending on the test centre that you do this manoeuvre, you might need to reverse to the left or the right, or it could be your choice. The technique is exactly the same whichever side you need to do the manoeuvre. Position yourself to begin with about 6 feet away from the bays, 90 degrees to the bay that you want to park in. As you then come backwards in a straight line, you're waiting until the back of your car gets about half a bay before the one that you're aiming for. Now to judge that, if you imagine the back of your car being on the blue line, the driver's eye line would be about halfway down the bay before that. If you can position your car based on where you think the back of the car is and on what you're looking at to the side, you can achieve this manoeuvre quite accurately. If you get the right position, you turn full lock, in this case to the right. The front of the car would swing out until you get to 90 degrees. That's in line with the bay that you're aiming for. At this point you should straighten the wheels. If you have a quick check in your wing mirrors, you should see the white line both sides of you. If you can, you're in between the white lines and you can simply reverse back into the bay and come to a stop. When you're in the right position, again, if you're looking to the side, you should be looking about halfway into the bay. If you're not in the correct position, stop your car and decide which way you would need to move. Now if you've turned a bit late, you'll be on top of the white line on this side, and if you've turned a bit early, you might be over the white line on the inside of your curve. Pull forwards and move over whichever way you need to move to put your car in front of the bay that you're aiming for. Straighten up your car again and make sure you've straightened your wheels. Having checked that it's clear, reverse back in a straight line into the bay and come to a stop. Now if a correction is necessary, it's required. You would likely fail if you left the manoeuvre with one of the wheels outside of the bay, whereas by pulling forwards and correcting it, at least you've achieved what you've been asked to do, which is park the car in a bay. If you're parking on the opposite side, it's exactly the same. Bring the car back slowly until the back of the car is half a bay before the one you're aiming for. The driver's eye line will be about halfway down the bay before that. Turn the wheels full lock in the direction of the bay, and the car will swing out until you get to 90 degrees. At that point, straighten the wheels and check the wing mirrors. If you can see the white lines both sides, come back into the bay and stop. If you need to, you can pull forwards and move over to straighten the car up, put the car in front of the bay, come back in a straight line and finish the manoeuvre. Let's have a look and see how it's done from inside the car. Now I'm going to check that it's all clear all the way round. I'm going to slowly move backwards. I want to start turning when the back of my car is about half a bay before the one I'm aiming for. If I look sideways, I can also see about halfway up into the bay just alongside. So I'll turn full lock towards the bays. Keep looking around. Nice and slow and steady.
As I come around towards the bay, I can see the bay lines out of the back window, and in both wing mirrors I can see the white lines coming into the correct position. So I'll straighten up the wheels, final checks around, and then look out of the back and side windows as I bring the car into the bay. Hold it there and secure the car. Okay, I'm going to park on the right. Now we'll go reverse and I'll have a good check around the car park, make sure it's all clear. Start moving backwards slowly. And I'm going to turn when the back of my car is half a bay before the one I'm aiming for. When I can see about halfway up the bay, just to the side of me, that's about the right place. I shall turn, have a good look around before I swing the front out. Take it nice and slow. Keep looking around. See the white lines coming into the correct position in the wing mirrors. Final checks around, I'll straighten my wheels up. And we'll hold it there.